All right, so you're getting back into running. I love it, fantastic. However, sometimes knee pain creeps into the picture. We know that a lot of times when people are taking a time off, whether that's like in the Midwest here, the winter that we go through, or whether that is just an injury you're recovering from, or maybe fitness has kind of fallen off track, we know that this valgus collapse, this inner loss of stability in the single leg position of the knee, can really wreak havoc on knee health. So this is a video just for you to try to give you some suggestions on what to do about it. All right, so what is knee valgus? Well, knee valgus is essentially a loss of control, or sometimes in a broader sense, more of just an inner movement, oftentimes really relating to the knee joint. One thing that we do know is that repetition of something that is not good for the knee, and we do like to think of running as a very, very high repetition sport, right? You've got thousands of potential impacts in that single leg position over the course of a run, whether you're training or competing, and lots and lots of accumulation of stress that is outside of your body's kind of normal amount of stress that it deals with, especially in this inner collapsing movement, can be really, really detrimental to knee health. So what we wanted to do is put together just some suggestions of some of the behind the scenes things and exercises that we do specifically for valgus collapse. These exercises are good. Most people can do them just with some elastic banding at home or at the gym. And I really, really hope that you enjoy. Now, obviously, knee pain in general is something that if you're dealing with it, best recommendation is seek out a physical therapist and orthopedic specialist that can really custom tailor a program for you and that can give you a deeper dive on what exactly is the source of the knee pain that you're experiencing. All right, I hope you enjoy. If you do, please, please, please like, subscribe, comment, let me know what you think down there. Thank you.
RNT Reverse Lunges. So RNT essentially stands for Reactive Neuromuscular Training. And it's a cool phenomenon that happens when you essentially have external load of some sort, in this case, a band pulling your knee in the wrong direction. That kind of cues your nervous system, your body to push against that resistance and thereby correcting the positional fault that a lot of us have here. So the weighted pass-through exercise, in this case done in a kickstand position, which simply means there's a tiny, tiny, tiny percentage of weight on the rear toes and rear foot. The goal of this is to try to maintain really, really solid stability on the balancing leg while you're pushing the weight back and forth. The goal here is not move the weight as much as possible. The goal is stay as stable as possible. So now taking that band and moving it down about 6-8 inches, the goal here is again to get that RNT pressure pulling the leg into the wrong direction, but now at a slightly different position, a little bit below the knee. The goal here, again, really with all of these is really focusing on stability, hip and glute activation, keeping your core on, while in this case you're with 2 to 5% of your weight, tapping that leg behind and in front of the band. Now, sometimes runners say strength training is not for me, but here at Limitless, we can't help but disagree with that. So air squats done again with that RNT pressure. So in this case, a mini band just above the knees is a great way to start to build better movement patterns here. Now, we do air squats in the previous clip, but this one with a goblet squat is just using a little bit of external weight to make it more challenging and make the muscles grow a little bit better. All right, so glute or hip airplanes, one of the harder exercises to lock into here. The whole goal is to try to maximize how much the glutes and the hips are controlling against internal rotation and really the hip contribution to this whole knee valgus collapse that we often see. The goal here really is to get that upper torso and rear leg locked in a nice straight line while slowly and in a very controlled motion, controlling rotation onto and around that single leg. So this is shown from a different angle slightly. And again, the goal here is really try to maximize the amount of rotation up, which is external rotation, and the amount of rotation down towards the hip, which is internal rotation.